Imagine being 41, making great money, running your own business, and still feeling like your financial plan is basically, yeah, I'll figure it out later. Well, that's Daniel. Daniel thinks to himself, I make great money and my business is doing well, but is what I'm doing with my personal assets and investments actually getting me to the retirement lifestyle I want to live? My name is Casey Kraft. I'm a financial advisor with Raymond James. On this channel, I put together financial plans for people just like you. Whether you're single, married, a business owner, a W-2 employee, retired, or not too far off from it, I dive deep into what people are currently doing and the changes I think they should make to give themselves a great chance at living the life they want. Daniel is 41, single, no kids, lives in Texas, and runs a successful digital marketing agency. Daniel brings in $270,000 a year total. That's $120,000 W-2 salary and then $150,000 in S-Corp distributions. After applying 25% taxes to W-2 income and 20% to distributions, he nets about $210,000. His assets, he's got $45,000 in checking, $30,000 in savings, $125,000 in his brokerage account, $18,000 in a crypto account. He has $78,000 in an old 401k, $42,000 in his Roth IRA. He's got a home that's valued at $700,000. And his liabilities, he's got that mortgage that he owes $495,000 on and a car loan that's $24,000 at 8%. His retirement goals are the following. He'd like to retire at 55. He'd like to buy a beach condo at 55. He'd like to leave $1 million bequest to niece, nephews, or a charitable charity of his choice. And then he'd like to maintain his $90,000 a year lifestyle. And all of those retirement goals are in order. So being done at 55 is paramount for him. Here's what he's currently doing. Before any changes, Daniel was making normal mortgage payments, carrying that 8% car loan, adding $400 a month to his Roth IRA, adding $20,000 a year to his brokerage account, and putting $100 a month into his crypto account. He's not maximizing any business retirement plan. There's no tax strategy, and there's no long-term plan. He was saving, just not in a way that aligned with his goals. If you're not sure if what you're doing is working, I highly encourage you to work with an advisor that you know and trust. If you'd like to work with me, yeah, we can work together. Click the Calendly link in the description and we'll go over your numbers and what changes I think you should make. My recommended actions. First, pay off the car loan. He had enough cash just sitting idle. So we're going to eliminate an 8% debt that frees up $600 a month and brings expenses down to $90,000 a year flat. So if his income nets $210 and he's living off $90, he's got $120,000 to work with. Second, to retire at 55 with no mortgage, he needs to add $1,500 a month in extra principal to his mortgage, or an extra $18,000 a year. Third, after taxes, living expenses, and the extra mortgage payments, Daniel has $102,000 left each year. So his optimized plan looks like this. First, we're going to roll over his old 401k into an IRA. 401ks are great, but they're typically limited to a couple dozen or so investment options, some more, some less. But when you're working with an advisor like me, you get access to thousands of options between mutual funds, stocks, ETFs, and more. So in my opinion, the more options that you have, the better. Second, a SEP IRA. He doesn't have one open yet right now, but because he's a business owner, he can open up a SEP IRA and contribute 25% of his W-2 salary. That's $30,000 a year. Then we're going to do a backdoor Roth IRA for $7,000 this year because he makes more than the allowable amount that the IRS says. So we're going to do the backdoor, and we're going to do that every year. And then actually the IRS just came out and said next year he can contribute $7,500 to his IRA, which is great. So his brokerage account, we're going to put in $65,000 a year towards that. And this brokerage account funds early retirement, the condo, his legacy goals, so much. So let's see what this does for his plan. We're going to look at Daniel's current scenario. We're also going to look at 3 different what-if scenarios. With his current investments, we're going to change it a little bit. We are going to be on the aggressive side. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being conservative, 5 being aggressive, we're going to be a 5 out of 5. And we're going to do that from now until retirement at age 55. After that, we're going to tone it down a little bit and go to like a 3 out of 5, a balanced portfolio. So before retirement, we're going to be in a growth model across the board in all three scenarios. And then after retirement, we're going to be in a balanced portfolio across the boards. Here's his retirement goals. Again, it is paramount to him that he would like to be done at age 55. That's the number one priority. Of course, we'd love to get that beach condo and leave behind that $1 million. So we're going to include that too. We're not changing it. We're not decreasing how much he wants to spend in any of these categories. Now, if he has not good odds of success with his plan, I'll maybe throw out the idea, well, what if instead of a $600,000 beach condo, we do like $500,000? Does that work? And just kind of see what that conversation is like. But for now, I'd love to get him exactly what he wants. So we're going to keep everything as is. For his Social Security, instead of taking it at 62, we're going to wait until age 70 so that he gets the maximum benefit from that. And because he's retiring at 55, he's going to have a few years where he has really low income in the eyes of the IRS, which is a great time to start doing Roth conversions. With his old 401k that's now rolled over into a traditional IRA, from 55 until we can, however long we can, we're going to start making Roth conversions from that pre-tax account. So we will be paying the taxes on it, but since he has very, very low income in those years and living off of his brokerage account, it's a perfect time to start doing Roth conversions. And since those are pre-tax, they will eventually become after-tax, which will then be the last bucket of money that we pull from in retirement. Right now, he's currently putting $400 a month to his Roth IRA, or $4,800 a year. So we're going to change that, and instead we're going to max it out in all three scenarios. Right now, he's putting $20,000 to his brokerage account. I know that we said we're going to put $65,000 a year into his brokerage, but just for the heck of it, I want to see what it looks like if he puts in $45,000, $55,000, or the $65,000. And then we're also incorporating a SEP IRA into his plan, so he can put up to 25% of his W-2 income up to $70,000 this year, whichever is less, and for that, that's going to be $30,000. So we're going to put that number in and include that into our plan for each scenario. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Through good markets, through bad markets, good timing and bad timing, his probability of success is now, whoa, look at those numbers, 75%, 81%, and 86%. Come on, somebody. Those are good odds. Now, if you're getting 99% probability of success, you need to chill a little bit, live a little, all right? But I love being in the sweet spot where he's at right now. He's good with it. He likes these odds. It's up to him how much he wants to contribute to his brokerage account now. So that's the strategy. That's the conversation that we're having. He's actually comfortable going with the what if 2 strategy and getting an 81% chance of success. After we walked through everything, Daniel said, I finally feel like I'm not guessing anymore. For the first time, he could see a clear roadmap. Mortgage, gone at 55. Saving aggressively and intentionally. A real defined path to the beach condo and a realistic shot at leaving $1 million legacy behind. And his day-to-day stress dropped immediately. Now he knows exactly where his money is going and why. And that confidence completely changes the way he looks at his future. If you're looking at your own situation and thinking, I'm not sure if I'm on the right path, go ahead and schedule some time with me using the link in the description. We'll build a plan you can feel good about. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Casey Kraft with Raymond James, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.